3 tips for Zoom meetings. With the rise in people working from home and other remote locations, the need for software that can host remote meetings has become more necessary. Zoom is one of the most popular platforms for those virtual meetings and is pretty intuitive to use. Check out these 3 tips that'll make your Zoom meetings go much smoother every single time. Enter the meeting on mute and turn off your camera. When it comes to remote meetings on Zoom, it's important to follow some basic housekeeping guidelines to ensure that things run smoothly and that you respect everyone in the meeting. This includes ensuring you're on mute with no video showing as you enter the meeting. This boils down to being respectful and less distracting for those already in the meeting. Have you ever been in a meeting in person and someone runs in late announcing to everyone that they're sorry they're late? Do you remember how disruptive that was since the meeting was most likely already started? Entering the meeting on mute ensures that your voice or background sounds don't disturb someone who may be talking as you enter. As far as turning off your camera, this is because of the same concept. When you have your camera on and enter a Zoom meeting, your face typically pops up, disrupting a conversation already in progress. Locate yourself in a quiet area. There's nothing worse than hopping on a Zoom meeting and having someone who forgot to mute their microphone. And there's a lot of background noise. This often happens when the person sets up an office in the main room of their home where the rest of the family is. The best practice for Zoom meetings is locating yourself in a quiet area, at least for the meeting. Even if you follow the rules of etiquette that say to enter on mute and keep it that way unless you have to talk. The problem is that when you do have to contribute, your background noise can keep people from hearing what you have to say. Check your equipment ahead of time. Just as annoying as someone who forgets to mute themselves as their dog starts barking in the middle of a meeting is a person presenting or participating in the meeting whose microphone or camera doesn't work. This causes everyone to have to wait, which extends the length of the meeting. You should ensure that you've checked all of your equipment at least 10 to 15 minutes before your meeting to ensure it's in working order. This means that you've tested both your camera and microphone and checked your internet connection for stability. Following these 3 basic tips can assure that you have a Zoom meeting without the most common problems. Remember that while you might not be able to prevent all potential issues, you can do your best to ensure the Zoom meeting goes off without a hitch.